Hello. I hope somebody is listening. Nice to speak to you again, old sport. A lot has happened in the city since we last spoke. I do apologise for my recent silence. Although it is my name, I would never leave you like that on purpose. Sorry if the radio frequency felt lonelier and quieter in my absence. Enough apologies. I will get right to the point. The sinkholes were caused by tunnels under the city. They were unstable and were caving in uncontrollably. Or so I first thought. Both Solus and I had observed the sinkholes for weeks now. Months, even. We both knew they weren't random. We both knew they were much more controlled than it seemed. We had been observing a sinkhole one night when we suddenly saw a light emerge from one. It was only then that we saw the clear, misshapen tunnel that cut right through, sagging under the weight of the city. At the other end of the light was a troll. Hundreds of them, in fact, all living under the city, unbeknownst to any of us. They were quick to tell us everything as soon as we entered the tunnel. The cyborgs. Putting up an innocent display throughout the election, which perfectly cropped up when the governors were trying to bring citizens' attention away from anything other than the sinkholes. The cyborgs were trying to do the same thing. Solus and I were quick to head over to the cyborg campaign office. That was when I last spoke to you, old sport. Between the time in the tunnels to when we reached the cyborgs, they had already commenced their main plan. Their office had no signs of campaign ideas or planners, only maps of the city's sinkholes and how they had plans for more sinkholes elsewhere. We were quick to get rid of the few cyborgs that remained in the office, though I don't doubt there will be more. We are always fighting. Their walls of plans revealed everything. They were attempting to target the signal towers by creating a deal with the underground trolls to weaken their tunnels, to create sinkholes to swallow them. They were far from any of the towers until recently. They realised the trolls could not understand the directions the cyborgs were telling them, so they raised the deal and told them to begin collapsing everything they could. They got a few central signal towers, hence the unsteady radio signal for my last call. The city's outskirts, however, were untouched, apart from some inhabited buildings that went from 6 floors high to 1. With the cyborgs disqualified from the race, the election was called off via the city's tannoy system. The governors knew that it was the perfect excuse. They knew they had competitors in the agency. They just didn't know who they were yet. They continue not to. No one truly knows where the governors stand. Perhaps it is due to the signal being cut off within their HQ, so they weren't projecting the same propaganda on all the screens in the city as usual. Not that I think that they would finally address the sinkholes. Over the tannoy, they called off the election due to current ongoing events. Their broad statements will continue to be useless. The sinkholes have... Well, there's no easy way to say this, old sport. They're gone. Only just yesterday they were burdening the city with their taunting depth. They had stopped growing, at least, as soon as we stopped the trolls. I don't know how to explain it. Neither of us do. Nevertheless, it's still the darkest it's ever been in the city. So many buildings are still in ruins. I'm not sure how they will rebuild. I cannot say for sure that they ever will. Hopefully, we can begin to regain our strength. It is only then that I will be able to escape from the city. To leave it now would be reckless. I must do what the city fails to, as always. It's so quiet on the rooftops. I can't remember the last time the city felt quiet. I've been fighting for so long. But everything is resolved, I suppose. Or so the city claims. Everyone acts like it is, so I must act so too. I can't remember the last time I had a moment to myself to watch the stars like this. Are you watching them too, old sport? I do wonder whether we are looking at the same sky or not. In theory we are we not? But then why is it that I feel so far away from you? From February? From everyone? Sometimes it feels like everyone else is looking at the same sky while I'm not. Everyone's sky is blue, or grey, or navy, or black. Mine is red, or purple, or yellow, or green. Well, how could I prove to you otherwise, old sport? I can't help but feel as though the sky stares back at me. Does it think so innocently of me as I do them? Does the sky believe it looks upon the same humans no matter where they are, despite the billions of unique lives that actually reside here? Does the sky know it sparkles? Does the sky know it's blue, or purple, or red, or green? Does the city know what it's doing to its residents? Does the sky? Do the stars? Do the residents? Has it been long since I last spoke to you, February? I'll be honest, so much has happened recently that I can't remember. It feels like forever ago now. There's a lot to catch you up on. The city yesterday looked like ruins, with many buildings now halfway in the ground with mud up to their fifth floors. Everything, it's all back to normal. Overnight the city has healed itself. The sinkholes were suddenly now a thing of the past. While the buildings still remain in the ground, at least the holes in which they inhabit are no longer a danger. All of the signs warning residents of sinkholes, all of the campaign posters, the barricades, gone. Everyone now walks around University as if nothing happened in the first place. It sounds about right, doesn't it? The city never fails to confuse me. It reminds me of the day I last saw you, February. For so long it was the two of us. In the blink of an eye, I was alone. Just like in the city, I woke up that morning and it was as if you were never there. As if you had never existed. Something had shifted in that place, but no one dared to talk about it. It never sat right with me. But no matter what, I knew that you were out. The hills felt lighter now that you were no longer here with me. I never blamed you for running from the fire. After you left, the flames turned to me. I only prayed they would not hurt me as they did you. I only prayed you would not blame yourself if they did harm me, as I blamed myself for you. But you may never know what the hell are scratches, for if you cover them up and say you're okay, you're only lying to those who do not care. The ones who do will know that the sinkholes will still lie underneath the city's surface.